afternoon folks, and welcome back to Manatap. This will be our first live Kill Team battle report on the channel. We're going to go through the teams first, and then we will have a look at the mission we're going to be playing today, which will be Sweep and Clear. So we will be right back with the teams. Okay, so today will be Dark Angels, Adeptus Astartes, these guys here, versus Pete. Say hello, Pete.
Hello.
Skitarii army, which will be this guy's here, and we will just run you through those now. So, the Dark Angels, we have a Intercessor Sergeant with a bolt rifle, chainsword, and is my leader. We have Combat Specialist, who has a bolt carbine, combat knife, grav shoe, and grapnel launcher. We have my Sniper, which is a tactical gunner with a plasma gun. We have a comm specialist who is wearing Deathwatch clothes today because he forgot to get changed. He has an Auspex, a bolt rifle, and that is it. Oh, he also has a underslung auxiliary grenade launcher. That's important. Then we have the tactical marine gunner with a combi melter. And a scout gunner with a missile launcher and camo cloak. Pete Skitarii, we have
A Vanguard Alpha with an arc pistol and power sword.
Okay.
As my leader, and my Sniper is a Vanguard as well with a plasma caliber.
Okay.
Then my Combat Specialist armed with transonic blades and a Chord Claw.
Okay.
And a Zealot with a transonic razor and Chord Claw.
Yep.
Then at the back you got a Vanguard with a galvanic rifle and omnispecs.
Okay.
One with a plasma caliber and nothing else. And two Rangers, both with arc rifles.
Okay, perfect. So we'll be right back to run through the mission, and then we'll roll off and get started. Okay, so the mission we'll be playing today is Sweep and Clear. We've rolled off for deployment, and Pete will be deploying his Skitarii first. Battle length is 4 rounds, and then you roll a d6 to see whether there's around 5 and 6 on a 3-up and a 4-up respectively. So victory conditions are 1 victory point for each enemy model taken out of action, and 3 victory points for each objective controlled at the end of the battle, and the game ends when a kill team breaks. Those are our deployment zones, so we'll be picking those, so we will be right back with you after Pete's deployment. Okay, so we've deployed and we've rolled for initiative, and Pete will be going first for turn 1, and we'll just run you through deployment. So, for the Dark Angels, we have Combat Specialist, Plasma Sniper, and Comm Specialist at the back here, hiding around the corner. We have my leader in the building there. Missile launcher with camo cloak sat on top of the building behind some boxes. And combi melter over here. And then for the Skitarii, we have his leader down here. A ranger here, didn't see him there. Another ranger here. Is this one a specialist?
Yep.
Here's sniper specialist behind those. And then everything else together there. So we have the combat specialist, the zealot, and 2 normal guys, is that right?
Yep.
Yep. So that's deployment. As I said, Pete won initiative, so we will be right back to you with Skitarii's turn 1 movement. Okay, so turn 1 movement for Skitarii. This ranger climbed the building to here. His leader is about to declare a charge, which we'll do in a second. Sniper moved behind the barrels. These 2 came forward behind the piping there, presumably to get at these guys. Our zealot and combat specialist have moved up slightly up to that barrel, and he has moved over into the corner there. So the leader's going to charge. As this has been charged on my melter guy here, and as a reaction I am going to fall back 3 inches to behind there, meaning Pete, you will need a 11 to get in. Yep. You are going to command point, is that right?
Yep. Optimal conditions.
Okay.
Add 1 to my charge rolls.
+1 to charge roll. Okay. Roll it, sir.
5.
That is not a 10.
Nope. I'll still move up 5 though.
Okay. So that puts us there. And bravely I ran away. And then neither one of those will be able to shoot in the shooting phase. So we will be right back with turn 1 Dark Angels movement. Okay, so much less exciting for the Dark Angels. We have had Sniper and Combat Specialist have moved back behind these barrels here. Leaders come out of the building to take cover behind this extractor here. Combat Specialist has moved up over the wall and stopped there. We have readied the Scout Missile Launcher and our bravely running away Melter Gun cannot do anything. So we will be right back with the shooting phase. Okay, so we're back with the shooting phase. We'll be starting with readied models, which is only the Scout guy here. Just for the sake of interest, the Scutari Canticle is Benediction of the Omnisire, meaning you are rerolling 1s in the shooting phase to hit, not to wound. So we're going to put a crack missile from this Scout into this Ranger. So that is 1 shot, hitting on 4s due to the -1 for obscurity. And that's a free, of course it is. Am I going to do anything about that? No, because it's more important later. So that's my readied model. He was very useful, he's going to be demoted. And that's the end of the readied shooting phase. So we go on to the non-readied shooting phase with your first one, Pete. Who's going first?
Okay. The Omnispecs is going to give the Ranger, the Vanguard, sorry, his ability, which is the +1 to hit.
I think that's it. Ignores obscurity.
That's the one.
Yep.
Supercharging.
Okay, so supercharging will be hitting on... What's it hitting on? He'd be hitting on 4s, right?
3s.
3s?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, because he ignores obscurity. Gotcha.
Assault 2.
So let's have a look.
2 hits.
Brilliant, liking it. So that then will be Strength 8, Toughness 4, so wounding on 2s.
AP -3.
Okay. So 2 6-up saves. That's 1 failed. And made 1. So 1 goes through for 2 damage. This is on the leader, is it?
Yep.
Yep, okay. Roll it. So it's two dice, taking the highest. 4, so that's a flesh wound. I can live with that. 1 sec while I find a... Okay, so that's my 2 wound leader, reduced to 0 and given a flesh wound on turn 1. So that's not brilliant. So my first shooter then is going to be my Plasma Sniper. He is going to supercharge. He gets +1 to hit from Scanner, from the Comm Specialist, and the benefit from the Auspex. So he is going to be hitting on 2s and ignoring cover. And he's going to target your guy over there that hasn't shot yet. Because I'd like to kill him before he does shoot. So that is 2 shots because you're within rapid fire. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Thankfully. Please don't be another 1. Okay, thank God. Close. So 2 hits, Strength 8, Toughness. What's your toughness?
3.
3. So wounding on 2s. They both wound. So 2 bionic saves. So that'll be 6-ups. Really?
Yep.
Really? Okay, so that's never happened before. This is not going swimmingly, folks. So your next model to shoot then, Peter? The man with the golden dice.
Omnispecs.
The one I just tried to murder.
Into your leader.
Into my leader. Okay, why not? Go for it.
Yeah, got to return fire sample. And that is Assault 3.
Okay, 3 shots. That will be taking the negative for cover, won't it? So hitting on 4s.
2 2 hits.
With 6s as well. Okay, so we need to ban those dice in future games. And that is strength.
Strength 3.
Okay, I'm toughness 4, so 5s to wound. We won't make it yet. Okay, we make it. Cool. So return fire will be my leader putting 2 shots into your Omnispecs guy, hitting on 4s because of cover. Okay, so they both miss. Do I do anything about that? No, they both miss. Next.
Ranger.
Yep.
Into your missile launcher.
Okay.
He is within half range. So that is... I just can't remember.
So do remember here as well that it is -2 for cover because of his camo cloak.
Yep.
Which he's got wrapped up under his gear so you can't see it. Okay, so that'll be 2 shots then because of rapid fire range from him to him, hitting on 5s. Nope. Okay, I might survive this turn. Might make it. Next model will be... it's going to be my comm specialist is going to put his 2 shots for rapid fire. Also into your Auspex.
Omnispecs.
Omnispecs, mine's an Auspex, yours is an Omnispecs. So 2 shots, which will be hitting on 4s because of cover. So that is 1 hit. And I am going to command point reroll the 1 because I haven't used it yet and I really want him dead. So 2 hits. And that is strength 4 versus your toughness.
3.
So I'll be wounding on 3s. 2 5s again. And there's -1 AP on each shot.
All right, 5 ups.
Okay, 5 up saves. 2 of them. No. So that'll be 1 injury roll, 5 up dead. That's a 4, so that is a flesh wound. Which is a benefit because you don't ignore it. So there is that. Anyone else left to shoot?
No one else that can see other than your...
Oh, yeah, I've got combat specialist there, who is going to put 2 shots of his bolt carbine into your zealot at -1 because of the wall in between us, so he'll be hitting on 4s. That is 1 hit, strength 4 versus toughness. I want to say 4.
3.
Oh, he feels like he should be tougher. So wounding on 3s. That's a wound. There's no AP, so standard save.
I'm going to reroll that.
Okay. Come on, point that.
Yep.
Ooh.
That's better.
Okay, and he makes it. So that's fine. No damage done. No harm, no foul. They've moved. That's everything to shoot. Okay, so there is no fight phase, is there? Because nothing's in range.
Nope.
Because the failed charge. Okay, so that's the fight phase. Nothing's going to happen in the fight phase. Then we are going to go on to the morale phase, where no one needs to roll that yet, I believe.
Nope.
So that is the end of turn 1. We will be right back with turn 2. So we are back with turn 2 after what felt like a close fought turn 1. Dark Angel's moving first, and we have readied the combi melter, readied the missile launcher, readied the comm specialist and the sniper plasma, move the lead around to get a slightly different angle there. And we are going to declare a charge with my combat specialist into the Skitarii Zealot. Needs a 7 to get in. Doesn't get it, but I'm going to command point reroll one of those, or both of those, because I have to reroll the whole roll. That's a 10, so he's in. So that's a charge. So we will be right back with the Skitarii movement phase. Okay, so turn 2 movement for the Skitarii. We have a readied ranger. That guy's moved forward. The sniper's moved closer over there while these two have readied. The combat specialist has charged in, but because it was less than a 2-inch charge, we didn't bother to roll for it. And we're just going to do a charge on the leader here, needing 4 on my multi-melter, who is going to roll and fail Overwatch. There we go.
Yeah.
I think he's in.
So do I.
Okay, so that is the movement phase, and we will be right back with the shooting phase. Okay, so turn 2 shooting phase, starting with the Dark Angels. We are going to supercharge the plasma sniper into this ready sniper or ready plasma guy here. He is going to supercharge and he's going to benefit from comms and Auspex, so he will be hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s, so both hit. He'll be wounding on 2s because it's strength 8 versus toughness 3. Both wound, so then let's not make the 2 6-up bionic saves this time.
No.
There's a 1 and a 2. I like that much better. So that goes through, so that'll be 2 dice for the 2 damage, taking the highest, which will be a 5, so out of action. First blood.
No.
He was a readied model, so that was a win. Okay. Peter, readied model. Who will it be?
It's going to be my Omnispecs guy.
Okay.
Into your leader.
Okay. 1 second. Okay, we're back. So Omnispecs.
Yep.
Into leader.
3 shots.
3 shots at -2 to hit, -1 for cover, and -1 for the flesh wound, because you are not transhuman.
So hitting on 5s.
On 5s. That's 1 hit. Okay, that could still be bad. So strength
3.
Toughness 4, so 5s to wound again. Probably okay.
No.
We are okay. My leader may continue to lead. So my next readied model is going to be my comm specialist, putting 2 shots into your Omnispecs.
Yep.
Hitting on 4s because of obscured. Oh, come on. So they both miss. Okay, Pete, ready model?
One last one.
Okay.
My ranger into your missile launcher.
Yep.
So it's hitting on 5s.
Bring it. Shoot me, bro. So that is -2 for the camo cloak.
Yep.
There's 1 hit.
2 hits.
2 hits. Oh, that's not good. That seemed unlikely. 1 sec. Okay, we're back. I just realised my scout has a lower save than a normal Space Marine, so that's not so good. So wound roll then. Strength 6, toughness 4, wounding on 3s. 1 wound.
Yep, that's fine.
Yep. So that's 1 wound. I need, sorry, AP 2, did you say, or 1?
-1.
-1. So 1, 5-up save. Ah! Okay. Injury roll. So that is a flesh wound. 1 sec. Okay, we're re-rolling that. Into another 3. The Emperor protects. That's a flesh wound. He does have transhuman, so he will ignore that for shooting purposes. So that was your last ready model?
Yep.
And I've only got the 1 left here. So he's going to return fire with a crack missile into you there. So that's going to be 4s to hit. That's a hit. And it is strength 8. This is your toughness. That'll be 2s to wound. That's only just a wound. And it is -2 AP. So that'll be your 6-up save, right?
Yep.
Okay.
No.
Nope. And that is for D6 damage. That's 5 damage. Bear with me 1 second while I find more dice. So we've got 5 injury rolls, taking the highest. I think he's probably dead.
Victory is mine.
Really? That is utterly impossible. No, I will not stand for this. I will command point reroll one of those. And that one is going to change this entire game. Yes, it does. He dies. 5 ones. Unbelievable. Okay, so that is the ready shooting phase. So we'll be moving on to non-ready shooters, of which I do have one. Which will be my leader putting 2 shots into the Omnispecs over there. So 2 shots, you're no longer obscured. So hitting on 3s. That's 2 hits. 1 sec. Yep, okay, so that is 2 hits. So that is strength 4, toughness 3, so wounding on 3s. That is 1 wound. So 1 save at -1 AP.
5s.
That's not a save, so then an injury roll. 4 up dead. That's a flesh wound. No, it's not. You are dead because you've already got a flesh wound, so it adds the modifier. Okay. This turned quite quickly. Pete, next shooter. Should be this guy over here.
My sniper.
Yep.
Supercharging.
Okay.
Oh, we think half range.
I am. Depending on who you're shooting, I assume my sniper.
No, your leader.
My leader. Oh, no, shoot my leader. Can you see my leader? 1 sec. Okay, so not my leader then, because of line of sight.
So
Shown by camera.
2
So onto my plasma.
hitting on 5s.
Am I not in half range?
No.
Okay, so hitting on 5s.
No.
Okay.
Dead.
Dice of shame. So that's that, and then you've got 1 more shooter, if you can see anything.
Which I don't.
So is this guy here?
I can.
Okay. Take that away. There we go.
Pause.
Okay, so we just double checked, and that lonely ranger at the back there can't actually see anyone to make his shots, so he won't be shooting this turn. So that is the end of the shooting phase, and we will be right back with the fighting phase, starting with the charges. So this could be painful. So we are back in with the fight phase, starting over here, where my Reaver Sergeant charged your Zealot. I should have declared them both, but I didn't, so that was a foolish mistake. So that will be all 5 attacks, which is 3 plus 1 for the combat knife, plus 1 for the combat specialist, into your Zealot, hitting on 3s. No. Yes and yes. So 2 hits. Strength 4 versus toughness 3, so wounding on 3s. That is... Are we going to say it's cocked? Yeah, so 1 wound. So 1 save, no AP.
4. No.
Okay, no save. So 4 up dead for the injury roll. That's a 1, that's a flesh wound. Okay, so then your Princeps.
Yep. 5 attacks. Red being Shortclaw.
Okay.
4 up to hit. No, that's the wrong one. 3 up to hit.
Okay. Okay, so 3 hits, including the Shortclaw.
I know.
Okay. So should we roll the Chawed Claw first in terms of wounds?
Strength 4, strength 5.
Okay.
So wounding on 4.
So it'll be wounding on 3s for the blades and 4s for the Chawed Claw. So Chawed Claw wounds. All wound. Wah. Okay. 1 sec. Okay, we're back, so getting slightly more complex here. So they all wounded. The Chawed Claw on a 6 does 3 mortal wounds.
D3.
D3 mortal wounds. So we're going to roll that now. So roll the D3.
2.
Okay, so that is 2 mortal wounds I take, so that would reduce me to 0, so the other 2 attacks won't resolve. But I don't get a save, and you would get... Is it damage? No, it was 2... No. 1 sec. Okay, so in terms of injury roll, because it's mortal wounds, the other 2 attacks don't resolve. I take 2 mortal wounds, so no save. And because it's normally a D3 damage weapon, I'm going to assume that is a damage of 2 and say roll 2 for the injury roll and take the highest.
Okay.
Which is a double 2, so that would be a flesh wound. That was a lot of effort to get a flesh wound. I like that. Thank you, sir. Okay, so you've then got a second charger over here, which is your leader.
Yep.
On my so far utterly useless melter fella.
2 attacks.
Okay.
4 ups.
Yep.
Both hit.
Both hit. Okay, so then that is strength 3, toughness 4, so that'd be 5s to wound.
I'm going to... No, can't use that.
Okay. Okay, so that's 2 wounds.
Yep.
So 6 up saves because of minus 3 AP. That's 1 down, so that's 1 fail and 1 success. Okay, so that's 1 gone through for what, 1 damage?
Yep.
Okay, so 1 injury roll. I'd say that's pretty cocked, so I'm going to say, yeah, reroll that. 4. So that would be him out of action, except I'm going to use 2 command points for Death Denied, giving him a flesh wound instead. Because that is how Space Marines roll. So if you'd be so kind to grab me a flesh wound. Thank you, sir. So that's the charge phase. So then we fight back. I had initiative, so he's going to punch back over here with his, I believe, 1 attack. No, 2 attacks. He's a sergeant, so 2 attacks, hitting on 3s. That's 1 hit. Strength 4, you toughness 3 on your leader as well?
Yep.
So 3s. That's no wound.
Oh.
So that's him. Okay, so then over here for your zealot to fight back.
Okay. -1 because of the flesh wound.
Yep.
So hitting on 4s, red
Yep.
being truthful again.
Okay, no hits.
Yeah.
He
Oh no,
lives.
it's 3s.
Combat guy lives. That's still no hits, isn't it?
I had 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, go with it. So...
Which is Transonic Razor, Strength 4, Toughness 4.
Okay, so 4s to wound.
Nope.
That's still a no. Okay, no worries. Okay, so that is the fight phase. So we will be right back in a second while we work out if there's a morale phase, which I believe there will be this time. Okay, so we are back with the morale phase, which is a bit more of a confusing one than I expected. So I do have to break test because of my 6 models. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I've got 4 with flesh wounds. So 2d6, and I need to be equal to or lower than 8. Which I am, so I am not broken. Skatari don't need to break test, but you will need to nerve test.
Yep.
On your zealot over here. So what's his leadership, including the -1 for the Reaver?
5.
5, so he needs to be 5 or lower, and he's good. He's not good. Okay.
I'm going to spend my last command point to auto pass.
Okay. Now, being a rules Nazi, I'm going to let you do it, but technically you need to do it before you roll the dice.
Yeah, okay.
But that's fine. So we'll do that. So he auto passes. I would have to nerve test these guys, but they can't fail because I've got no one out of action yet. So I don't need to do that. So that is the end of turn 2. So we're moving into turn 3 with 2 more command points. We will roll for initiative and work out what's happening in turn 3, and then we'll be back with the movement phase. So be right back. Okay, so we are back with turn 3. Skatari won initiative, so their movement phase went as follows. We've readied this guy in combat for his pistol shot. Readied the... That's your sniper, isn't it?
Yep.
How is he still alive? Readied the sniper. This guy's moved forward, and these last two are stuck in combat. So we're just going to go do the Dark Elf movement phase, and then we'll... Dark Angels movement phase, and we will be back to you with that. It is everything to play for because we're on turn 3 of a game that will potentially end at turn 4, and I am now rolling break tests at the end of every round. So it's anybody's game. We will be right back. Okay, so Dark Angels movement phase, not to be confused with Dark Elves. We've had my Melter guy, who's left his wound token there, has fallen back through the doorway there with those guys. Bravely. He was singing a song to the lion on his lips. Then we've had the comm specialist and the sniper move forward to back him up. My scout missile launcher has moved ahead to the barrels here so we can start seeing some targets again. And then lastly, my leader is going to go big or go home and is declaring a charge on your sniper over there. So we need 7 to get in. You overwatching or retreating?
I'll be overwatching and spending a command point for auto-tracking software. Which means I hit on a 5 or a 6.
Okay, so roll overwatch.
And I'll spend my overwatch.
Sucks to be you. Okay, that's 1, yep. So then normal damage, so it's strength. Be right back, we'll check. Okay, we're back. So it's strength 8 versus toughness 4, so wounding on 2s, that's pretty devastating. That's definitely a 2. Any AP?
3.
3? Bloody hell.
Yeah, AP minus 3.
Oh, were you supercharging? Mm-hmm. So isn't it strength 7?
Oh, strength 7.
Okay, yes, so strength 7, but it's still a 3, so you still hit anyway. Okay, so 6 up save. Okay, so it's 1 damage because you didn't supercharge, so roll the injury roll. Oh, no. What do I do here? Do I do anything here? Be right back, I need to strategize. Okay, after much deliberation, I am going to command point for Death Denied, giving him a 2nd flesh wound. So it will now be -1 to hit, but was successful in his charge. So over there, with his flesh wounds, because I can't not have the command points. So that's a charge. So that is Dark Angel's movement phase. That is a very powerful tactic. We'll be right back with the shooting phase. Alright, so we are back with the... Okay, so back with the shooting phase, starting with Skatari and your readied model with his pistol. Who's he popping?
Your multi-melter.
My Melter. Okay, yep, the one that fell back. Gotcha.
The coward.
The brave soldier who fled for the greater good.
So,
But not the dirty Xeno greater good.
3 ups to hit.
Nope. That's a 1. Okay, that's my favourite number when it's on a blue dice. Any other ready models?
Nope.
No, because that was charged. Does he? Oh, you can't use a pistol anyway, but you don't have any on your normal guys, do you?
No.
Okay. So non-readied models.
This guy?
Yep.
Into your auto launcher.
Okay, yep.
It's within half range, so it's only -1 to hit.
Okay, yep.
And it's 2 shots, I believe. Rapid fire ones to So.
And that's a arc rifle, right?
Yep.
Okay, so arc rifle at the scout, so it's -2 for his cover.
5s.
5s. Okay.
Nope.
Nope. So far, so good.
No, it's not.
So then we're going to go straight in with down here. Plasma sniper, 2 shots. taking the comms benefit, so 2 shots, hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s, he is supercharging and he is rerolling 1s onto your leader. So 2 shots, hitting on 2s. Both hit. Wounding on 2s. Strength 8. Both wound. Bionic save, 6 up.
Nope.
Nope. So we'll put one of those through for 2 damage, taking the highest, which is 4, so out of action. Okay, so far so good.
Just stop getting shot.
Stop getting shot. And okay, any other non-ready models you're shooting with?
Nope.
Nope. So my comms specialist now can't see anyone. So he won't be doing anything, but my scout will be putting frag grenades, or frag missiles I should say, into the guy at the back there. So it's D6 shots. 2, because it's always a crap number.
Didn't mean crack.
Yeah, haha, brilliant. I'm going to miss you just for that. So he's -1 to hit because he moved with a heavy weapon. And you're in cover, so -2, so he'll be hitting on 5s. He is not hitting, and that was because of the great pun. Well done, sir. And that's it for the shooting phase, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we will be right back with the fighting phase. Okay, so back with the fight phase then. We're going to start with my leader that charged. So he's going to put his 3 attacks. Actually, one sec, I can't remember if he's got a chainsaw. Okay, yeah, I remember my last minute list change was I had to drop some points. So he doesn't have a power sword, he has a chainsword, which means he gets 4 attacks instead of 3, but with no AP. So 4 attacks, hitting on 4s because of his second flesh wound. That is 2 hits. Strength 4, toughness 3, so 3s. That's 2 wounds. 2 normal saves. No AP. Fails them both. So injury roll, 4 up dead. Dead. With a 5. I can sense the despair coming off of your little robot brain. Because that's the charge. And my leader still lives, which is good. So then you have initiative for the normal fight phase, so one of these 2 guys, your choice.
My combat specialist.
Okay, Princeps. Princeps Alpha.
So, Princeps.
Isn't it Princeps Alpha?
No, Princeps.
Oh, okay.
So 5 attacks.
Including a jaw claw.
Hitting on 3s.
Okay, that's pretty devastating.
Yep.
This could be the end. And I used my command points to save my leader. So this could be the actual end. No denying death.
Jaw claws. 4 5s on blades.
Okay, so you want 3s for the blades and 4s for the claw then on the wound roll.
The claw.
Only the claw knows how to
6 on
fail
the blade.
rolls. Okay, so it's 1 blade wound goes through with a 6. Is there a benefit to that?
Yep. Each time you make a wound roll of 6, the target suffers a mortal wound instead.
Okay, so 1 mortal wound, so straight to the injury roll. And this time it would be a 3 up dead because he's already got a flesh wound. He's dead. And there's nothing I can do about it this time. Okay. My first death. Okay, so that's it for the fight phase. We will be right back with the morale phase. Alright, so we're back with turn 3's morale phase, where we both need to roll break tests, and this mission ends with a loss if your kill team breaks and the other one doesn't. So, Pete, the defining roll, since you had initiative, do you break?
Yep.
You break. Let's see how this was going to go, just out of interest. I need 8 or less. I would have made it by 1. Okay, so that is the end of the match, which feels really unsatisfying because we didn't take any objectives, and it kind of sucks to just have the game immediately end when you break. In fact, yeah, based on objectives, you potentially would have won. So, I mean, I would have taken that one. I would have taken that one. You would have had that one. And then I would have won more victory points for kills, because one per kill as well.
Yep.
So I probably would have had it, but it just feels like an abrupt end when you break. So I'm not a fan of that.
Cheap win.
Yeah, it feels a little bit. But okay, so that is the end of the first battle report. That is a Dark Angels victory on Sweep and Clear. And that is the first battle report going on the Manatap YouTube channel. So thanks for watching, folks. If you like what you've seen so far and want to see more, then like the Facebook page and subscribe to the channel. If you turn on notifications, you'll be the first to know when new videos come out. And due to technical difficulties I've had, there should be a large number of them coming out in quite short order, as those difficulties should be resolved in the next day or two. So thanks again, and we will see you next time.